Good morning, Illini. It's Friday, October 19th.
And we have a very relaxing show prepared for you today.
Today, midterms are here and Illini we're all a little stressed out.
And that usually helps. If not, I'll just call my parents.
So on this episode, we're going to show you how to sit back, relax, and find your comfort food.
Pillow fight. Who wants a pillow fight?
And start a couple of fights on the quad.
Later, pull out your yoga mat and get into your best warrior pose because Bhati Yoga Club is in the studio with us this morning.
I'm feeling way more relaxed already. Let's get started.
Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini. Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Erica Finke.
And I'm Addie Ippinson, and we are so excited you are joining us this morning. It's kind of a stressful time, though, right now. How are you feeling?
I'm a little stressed. I had a midterm yesterday. I'm just happy it's done and over with, and I'm excited to be here.
Do you think it went well?
I sure hope so. I really do.
Yeah, I have one tonight at 5 o'clock, so send your prayers if we can get that done. So hopefully it goes okay. I was up really last night studying and still able to make
Praying
it
for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Very much. Well, we have plenty on the show for you today. We like to start the show off with our daily chat. Our friends at the Daily Illini have covered plenty throughout the week.
So we're going to take a moment and talk about 3 of the top stories happening on campus this week.
Well, it looks like Illinois is now home to a really big pumpkin. A man in Wheaton, Illinois by the name of Joe Adkin has a pumpkin that's weighing in at about 1,510 pounds.
That's a huge pumpkin.
Literally massive. I could not imagine trying to carve that thing. You'd need like a chainsaw or something.
You'd need like a ladder.
Yeah, seriously.
Like a machete or something. Chainsaw?
Have you done any pumpkin picking so far this season?
I have not. You know, I did go to Curtis Apple Orchard for a sisterhood retreat trip, but I mean, I have not picked any pumpkins.
Yeah, the amount of sorority girls that go through Curtis is just insane. I feel like it's such a popular place.
It is. It for sure is, but definitely.
I think I might be going on Sunday, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
So fun. Yeah. Wow. Going on, U of I is finally getting on board with the reusable straws. So this started after a biologist recorded herself pulling out a straw from a turtle's nose.
Wow, yeah, I think this has definitely been a hot topic, and U of I is really good at, I think, kind of keeping up on those social movements too. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach the change with the reusable straws.
No, for sure. So actually, Espresso Royale on campus, it's a chain around campus. They have started on this movement as well.
Yeah.
So they're going to be composable straws, completely made out of renewable resources.
Yeah.
So that's
It'll be interesting to see, like, when the dining halls pick that up, and maybe Starbucks and all those other places that so many people go to all the time.
Well, and I think too, Starbucks has joined on this movement.
With the lids. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's a great start to the movement. Definitely moving towards an eco-friendly United States, so we're on that path, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And for our final story, we're looking at video games. A new RSO, all about Fortnite, has been added to the campus. There's just a huge gaming market for games right now, supposedly. The goal is to make new friends and improve their gaming skills, and they want to attract professional Fortnite players and maybe go against some other universities that might have a Fortnite organization. Erica, are you a Fortnite expert?
I have played the game once, and I have to say I am absolutely terrible.
I actually played it for the first time on Wednesday, and I too was absolutely terrible. So I don't think I will be joining the club, but if they,
I mean,
could teach me something, then maybe I could.
If they happen to invite me to play, then maybe I will.
There you go. Well, thank you to our friends at the Daily Illini. For more on these stories and others, you can go to www.dailyillini.com.
So with midterms coming up, I think we can all agree it's a very stressful time on campus.
Very true. On this edition of I Have a Question, GMI's Isabella Perez and Alvaro Martinez went around campus to ask people about stress and midterms.
Good morning,
Illini.
I'm Álvaro Martinez.
And I am Isabela Perez.
As you know, we're in the middle of midterm season, which can be overwhelming, especially for students.
Today, we will go up to random people and ask them how they're feeling about midterms.
What do you do to deal with the stress about midterms?
I don't go to sleep at night. I just study.
I usually just take walks. I go to my friends' apartments. I drink tea, and that usually helps. If not, I'll just call my parents and they will help me.
What is the most stressful class you have this year?
This semester is chemistry.
Physics 214 was a pain. We had the final on Monday, and it was way longer than I was expecting to.
And how many hours do you have to study for that class?
I feel like maybe 2 hours per day. I feel like it's
2
about
hours per day.
10 hours per week, maybe.
Do you have like a particular craving when you're stressed?
Mexican food does it all the time. Tacos. Yeah, that's the best stuff.
Yeah, Chipotle is incredible.
Yeah.
I don't eat sweet food when I'm stressed. I need salty.
I'm kind of a sweet girl, you know.
Oh, so yeah.
I usually just waste time on the internet, which is probably not the best thing to do, but it happens.
And what do you do exactly on the internet? Like YouTube or something?
Yeah, it's usually YouTube, but it was down yesterday, so I didn't really know what else to do. I think I actually had to start my homework.
Have you ever thought about meditation as a way of dealing with stress?
No, never.
Well, you should try it.
Really?
It helps a lot.
What kind of medication?
Everything. Like I usually hear podcasts on Spotify that are like 10 minutes, and you just like listen to that and meditate for 10 minutes, and it just gives you that little extra.
Meditation.
Yes.
I thought meditation.
No. This was everything for today.
Good luck with your midterm season.
So, Addie, I know of another way you could deal with stress.
And what is that?
Eating!
Oh my gosh, yes, I should have known. Well, GMI's Claire O'Brien went to Mary Ann's Diner to tell us a little bit about comfort food.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Claire O'Brien here at Mary Ann's Diner for a midterm edition of Taste of CU. Here at Mary Ann's, there's lots of comfort food to help you study. I sat down with Chris Batiste, who is the general manager of the Urbana Mary Ann's, to learn more about the comfort food served at this campus diner. What kind of comfort food do students like to order here at Mary Ann's?
Well, the number one thing they get here is the number 5, which is a stack, which is hash browns, choice of meat, choice of eggs, gravy, and cheese.
What makes Mary Ann's different from other campus restaurants?
Well, basically, the way we cook the food here and the way we do it, it's just like how mom and dad at home would do it. So we're trying to give you that comfort food that you're away from home and you're going to get it here since mom and dad didn't follow you to school.
With an exam taking place soon after I ate, I was looking for hearty comfort food that wasn't too heavy. I eventually settled on a horseshoe, a dish that originated in Springfield, Illinois, that typically consists of hamburger, fries, and cheese sauce. I'm here taking a study break from my upcoming exam, and I am enjoying a delicious horseshoe, which is french fries, cheese sauce, and hamburger. Now that I have some comfort food in my system, I'm feeling confident that I'm going to do well on my upcoming exams. Good morning, Illini.
In other business, we check out a local brewery.
Yes, that's right. GMI's and UI7 Newsbreak's John Nudera takes on an inside tour of a local brewery in Savoy.
It's been quite a ride. We started with a very small 3-barrel system 6 years ago now, and it was quite an ordeal to get going, and we weren't ever quite sure we were going to get this far.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's so interesting to see the background of all of these things and how a product actually comes to be. We're so, you know, like just used to things showing up on our tables, and so it's cool to see this background information that John brought to us. I had no idea this is how all of this works. I'm so interested to see the process behind it. Have you been to this brewery?
I have not. I've actually never been to a brewery since I turned 21, so this is really interesting to see the process. It's a lot larger than you'd imagine.
Yeah, exactly, and good, like just a good, study break, get off campus. It's always nice to just get off and kind of get away from all of the stress, that's for sure. And now we're going to take it over to Andrea for a UI7 news update.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Andrea Flores, your UI7 news correspondent with your Champaign and campus news. Let's take a look at what's happened this week. So our top story today, a student was sexually assaulted in an Uber early Wednesday morning. According to a campus safety notice, the student got into the car at 2nd and Green Street. The driver later pulled over into a parking lot and sexually assaulted the student at Nevada and Goodwin Avenue around 1:30 a.m. The driver has yet to be identified, but police do know his information and are actively investigating the alleged assault. Anyone with more information is encouraged to call UIPD or the anonymous tip line. In other news, a College of Law professor has been accused of sexual harassment, but he remains a tenured faculty member. An investigation report into Professor Jay Kesson started in 2014. The report contains 3 anonymous sources along with 38 witnesses, including current and former student and faculty members. These accounts described the law professor made the working and teaching environment uncomfortable for a countless amount of female colleagues and students. Some of the alleged incidents describe Kesson making advances on the students and colleagues. He also asked inappropriate personal questions, and the report alleges that Kesson touched several women inappropriately. Investigators concluded that while Kesson's conduct was inappropriate, the actions do not meet the university's standards for a violation of the sexual misconduct policy. Last October, College of Law Dean Vikram Amar said in a letter that Kesson will go through sexual harassment training and be excluded from possible awards and salary raises. The letter also holds that the report will be attached to Kesson's professional record. University spokeswoman Robin Kaler said the university took swift steps to ensure that no such violations will recur and continues to be vigilantly focused on maintaining a comfortable learning and working environment for all students, staff, and faculty. But some say that Kesson's punishment is not severe enough, as he is still a professor here at the university. As for another controversial topic on campus, a new mascot for the university may be on the horizon. On Monday, the University Senate voted 64 to 29 in favor of a resolution that supports an initiative from Chancellor Jones to move forward past former mascot Chief Illini Wick. The resolution means that creating new traditions, including a mascot, will be discussed. There is no exact timeline for this decision or any word on what the new mascot may be, but a new task force is currently working on plans which can be seen in a few months. In local news, Illinois 13th Congressional District candidates took to the stage last night in a debate. Incumbent Rodney Davis and challenger Betsy Dirksen Londrigan are vying for the United States House of Representatives seat and were at odds on several issues, including health care and the economy. These issues are at the top of these candidates' priorities list if voted in on Election Day.
If given the opportunity, the first thing that I would do is what the people of the 13th District are asking me to do, and that is to stand up, protect their health care.
We want to continue to have progress that we've made in growing our economy and putting unemployment at historic low levels.
You can watch the debates now on WILL's Facebook page, and you can vote for either of these candidates if you're registered in Champaign County. Speaking of which, early voting begins on campus at the Illini Union next Thursday. Looking ahead this weekend, the Fighting Illini are away this weekend, taking on the Badgers at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. Our team faced quite a loss last weekend during the homecoming game, falling to Purdue University 46-7, leaving us 3-3 for the season. You can cheer on the Illini and catch tomorrow's game on FS1 at 2:30. That's all for your UI7 News Recap. Thanks for joining me. Let's check in with Erica and Addie for your weekend weather forecast.
Well, that football, it's going to be a little chilly this weekend if you plan to go to the game. But honestly, some nice fall temperatures. Nothing that isn't too uncommon for this time of year. I think about mid-50s is what we're seeing until the upper 50s, which shouldn't be too bad if you grab a sweatshirt and head outside. So nothing too bad to spend your weekend. Yeah, there you can see it now. So about high 50s. Sun and a little bit of clouds, so nothing too bad.
No, that definitely is a comfortable temperature. A little bit warmer than I feel like what we've been seeing.
Yeah, exactly. And you're spending some time outside this weekend, right?
Yes, I actually will be going to Starved Rock State Park. So that'll be a nice, at least tomorrow it will be pretty nice out, so it'll be a really great weekend.
Definitely.
Anyway, so after the break, we're joined by a yoga group on campus.
I'm so excited. Plus, Chris Joe gives us the top shows to watch if you're stressed.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome back, everyone. I am joined with the Bhakti Yoga Club here to get tips on how to deal with stress. So, what's your name? Introduce yourself, and then we'll talk a little bit about your organization.
Sure. I'm Yash Tyagi. I'm currently a sophomore, and I'm also the president of the Bhakti Yoga Club here at U of I.
Awesome. So, tell me a little bit about what you do. What is your guys' goal as an organization?
Sure. So, we actually meet every Thursday at the Union around 6. And usually we are an organization that focuses with meditation, specifically sound meditation. So what this means is that we usually have something called mantra yoga, which is where we have a call and response of a specific mantra. And so we actually do this on the weekly basis. And we try to just encourage how to de-stress from the week, from midterms, from anything that may be stressing you out.
Gotcha. And so there's obviously a lot of different variations of yoga. What makes your guys' type of yoga even more unique than maybe others?
Sure. So as opposed to having a physical pose, a lot of people like doing different poses for yoga. We actually have more verbal and more oral sound meditation.
Practices, yeah.
Yeah. So with that, we actually have a sit down and we do something called kirtan together, which we'll actually be doing later. But what this is a call and response with instruments. Okay. And so usually we chant this mantra called the Maha Mantra. And this actually has its basis from India. Okay. But what it encourages is to just focus on something that's not happening around you all the time. Try to just focus on the sound of it. Try to de-stress from everything that may be going on outside of there.
And that's really good because sometimes I think people are concerned to maybe do yoga or some other type of workout because of the physical part of it. Sure. But this is obviously very mental and very verbal, so anybody can do it. Everyone's welcome to join.
Right. So we welcome everyone to come out. We do this on the weekly again. And so all it takes is just being able to either hear it or say it. And so we encourage all levels of people. There's no experience required of it. And usually we're a strong group of people that just try to help each other get through whatever they may need to get through.
And I know we have some members of your organization in the studio right now, so let's throw it over them and see what they've got to show us.
Sure. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you guys so much for coming into the studio. I know for sure I'll be using some of those techniques to deal with stress. Speaking of stress, you wouldn't expect doing as a stress reliever. GMI's Jose Zapata went to the quad to stir up some trouble.
Let's look for some people to pillow fight. Pillow fight. Who wants a pillow fight? Everybody wants to fight me. I'm not sure why. So close yet so far. Come on. Pillow fight. Come on. Come on. Come on. Lights. Come on. Come on. What do you want me to do? Come on. He said soon, not now. He wants to fight me soon. You want to relieve some stress? Can you just try those girls right there with that booth? Man, she scratched my ear. You look like you got stressed. You need a pillow fight. What? Yeah.
Pillow fight.
Come on.
Good morning, Illini.
Excuse me, Mr. Squirrel. Do you want a pillow fight with me? Excuse me, sir. Would you like to pillow fight? I know it seems like you're eating right now, but I think you could relieve some stress. Alright, well, not a lot of people wanted to pillow fight with me. I guess they don't have to worry about midterms right now, but I know I do. Good morning, Illini.
Wow, I really wish I could really use something like that right now.
It looks like so much fun.
Yeah, it really does. But speaking of a way to deal with stress, have you been watching any good Netflix shows, HBO?
So I was just talking about this the other day, and I'm really bad at starting and finishing Netflix shows. The only show that I can actually consistently watch is The Office. So
Yeah,
that's
me
kind of
too.
my go-to is The Office.
Yeah, me too. I've watched the entire, all of the seasons of
Yeah.
The Office, and then rewatched them.
Yeah.
But That's kind of embarrassing. I definitely recommend watching That 70s Show. That's a good, another good comedy show. Yeah, but anyways, GMI's Chris Joe has a list of the best shows to watch when you're stressed out like we are now.
That's right. Let's see what this show has, what he has included in this show.
Good morning, Illini. It's midterm season, and you know exactly what that means. Stressing about all your exams and papers coming, but choosing to watch Netflix instead. Yes, we've all been there before, deciding to watch one more episode while you completely ignore all your responsibilities. Today I'm going to count down the top 3 shows on Netflix to watch while you're stressed. First up, we have Nailed It.
Let's see what you did, Tony. Nailed it.
Okay, this show is fun from beginning to end.
I don't mean to laugh, but your princess is terrifying.
It allows bakers to celebrate their lack of skills.
The eyes! You know, those big eyes, she just wake up.
It is a wild and hilarious ride that you could probably binge watch in one study session. And up next we have Riverdale. It's a different take on the Archie comics we all grew up loving. It is a widely entertaining, and just a warning, it is super addicting. So this show will help you ignore all your assignments because you'll be too focused on what happens next.
The next thing we know happened for sure is that Dilton Doily, who was leading Riverdale's Boy Scout troop on a bird-watching expedition, came upon Cheryl by the river's edge.
Jason.
And last, but certainly not least, we have Shameless.
Poor people.
All right.
Practice. I hope.
Dude, poor people?
A show that depicts a less than perfect family growing up on the south side of Chicago. The show deals with being poor, addiction, and so much more. You'll feel like you're part of the gallery. There are 9 seasons, so if you plan to watch this one, buckle up because you'll be in for a ride.
We know how to party!
Well, there you go. Those are our top shows to watch if you're feeling stressed. Good morning, Illini.
Well, Chris, he definitely had a lot of variety of shows that you can watch on Netflix.
Yeah, have you heard of any of those shows?
I've seen the food baking one, so that's always a nice one that I like
looked
to watch.
intense.
Yeah.
I always love those kind of shows. I also love, do you like HGTV?
Yes, HGTV is wonderful.
Oh, House Hunter Internationals.
And the beachfront bargain one. I love that one
goodness.
to get away from all of the cold weather we've been experiencing. So
Yeah.
we'll actually go talk into weather now a little bit. Earlier in the show, we were talking about, you know, the weekend isn't going to be too bad when it comes to weather. Like we said, a nice weekend to get outside and enjoy some of the 60s-ish weather. Your overnight lows really aren't going to be too bad either, except for Saturday night. It might be a little chilly. Sunday you might wake up with some frost on your car, but nothing too unbearable, and definitely a nice fall weekend. And we were talking about this a little earlier. You're going to Starved Rock, go hiking this weekend?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Yeah, I'm
so
really
exciting.
excited. I can't wait to get out and enjoy the last bit of this kind of somewhat, I can't say warm weather, but somewhat enjoyable weather. So
yeah, I've never been to Starved Rock before, and I think it's nice to like get off campus, and again, that kind of goes along with this whole stress thing we've been talking about. It's nice to get active besides just going to the Arc or nice, you know, just like something to get outside and enjoy the weather for sure.
Yeah, it'll definitely be kind of a zen experience for me.
You can do some of that yoga meditation once you are hiking. See, this is, GMI just prepares you for the most wonderful things in life. You know, we can take everything that we're learning here today and into our weekend, of course.
Oh, that's definitely true. So I know I've learned some things. I know you learned some things too. But we hope that you all feel a little less stressed as well. And good luck to everyone taking midterms.
Of course. Thank you for watching. We will be back next Friday at 10 a.m. So don't miss out on that. And in the meantime, though, within the next week, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media accounts: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We've got it all. GMI's on everything. So
yes, it is.
Thank you for joining us, everyone, and good morning, Illini.